Happy Flame Day, everybody. We're going to kick it off like we always do with the Blue Flame theme song, Contagious, by yours truly, Clarita Hatton Jackson, on Blue Flame Moments Radio Show.
Radio show with Clarita Hatton Jackson.
Hey, Mama! Clarita's on the radio!
It's wonderful that we have a Father that knows exactly what we need. Here's James Fortune with I Am.
locked right here on the Blue Flame Moments radio show with Clarita Hatton-Jackson.
Yes, that was James Fortune with I Am. And it's time for the Indie Spotlight.
Hey, you guys, this is Shawnee Wright Davidson from Spartanburg, South Carolina, and I'm so excited to share my new music with you guys. You can learn more about me at Shawnee Davidson on Facebook and Butch Shawnee on my Instagram. Next up is my new song, Mind Blown, so keep it locked right here on Blue Flame Moments radio show with Clarita Hatton-Jackson. Blessings.
God, I'm mind blown and I'm so into you. Yeah. I'm mind blown and I'm so into you. Let's go. Mercy and kindness is what you show toward me. Didn't do nothing for it, I'm so undeserving. Every time I fall, you're the wind beneath my wing. Almighty God, I follow you through anything. Yeah, and life is so much better when we can flow together. And life is so much better when we can go together. Yeah, yeah. Oh God, you just keep blowing my mind. Yeah. Oh.
This is Darrell Byrd. You're tuned in to the Blue Flame Moments with Clarita Hatton-Jackson, better known as the Tune Doctor.
Blue Flame Moments radio show.
Your weekly source for inspiration.
With Clarita Hatton-Jackson.
And it's time to release the word of the day. Today's word is wisdom. James 3:13 says, "Who is wise and understanding among you? Let them show it by their good life, by deeds done in the humility that comes from wisdom." I love that. And listen, here it is, guys. One of the most painful things to me is to try to help someone who feels they know it all. We live in a microwave mentality society where people are more willing to listen to someone who looks successful but lacks the experience to back up the images they portray online. Wisdom is not an instant microwavable thing. It's a byproduct of trial and error and the results of a full life of experiences through lessons learned, education, and mentoring. So don't try to overuse the process of time, or don't try to jump through hoops and skip past, like you're on Spotify. You can't skip past the rough patches. You can't skip past the hard songs and the things that you really don't want to endure. Embrace all that is your story. And I promise you this, it's what makes you valuable and will give you wisdom that is undeniable. And you can take that word to the bank. My guest today has experienced much and has a lot of value far beyond what you probably expect. Help me welcome an award-winning entrepreneur and philanthropist, Mr. Darrell Byrd. What's up, Darrell?
Good morning, good morning, good morning. God, it's so good to hear your voice. I'm honored to be on your show, Clarita. This is phenomenal. Hello, everyone.
Oh, wow. Thank you so much. And I look forward to something awesome being said and done on this show to inspire those that are listening. So I want to jump in and chat with you. One of my favorite things to ask, and the listeners love it, is to hear a little bit about your story. So can you share with them what it is? Was there an aha moment? Was there an experience that made you know that business and living kind of a really successful life, how did you know that it was what you were supposed to do? Did you stumble up on it? Was it a mistake, or was it intentional?
That's a great question, and thank you for asking that. And I will say that it was intentional. I was actually very, very fortunate and blessed to be with two beautiful parents. My mom, Barbara Byrd and James Byrd, and they raised us. I have siblings, a brother who's my best friend, and two sisters. But they raised us to always believe in ourselves, to to believe in the impossible and to never let anyone tell you no. And they raised us to know that we are valuable and we are as good, if not better, than anyone else, and we must work twice as hard as everyone else for the same thing. So I always heard that all my life. So I will say it was intentional to go into business and be successful because my dad was a businessman, and that's what I saw growing up, and I knew that that was the path that I wanted to take. But I love what you said, that wisdom is a byproduct of so many things, and so you can't skip the steps because Lord knows I've had some difficult days. But if you trust the process, you believe in yourself, and you have this thing that I was raised with called faith, the faith of a mustard seed. You can look at Matthew 17 and 20. That's one of my favorites. It talks about faith of a mustard seed. And if you have that little bit of faith, you can move mountains, and that's the way I grew up. So this is what happened now was planned basically when I was in the womb.
Yes, sir. Absolutely. So successful entrepreneurship is one of the main things we love to highlight on our show. And I'm so grateful that I have the opportunity to share who you are and what you do with those that are listening to us. And it's like, I just want to take about 2 seconds and personally thank you for representing positive change and real life obtainable goals to our listeners, because it's not every day they hear somebody that looks like them that has accomplished much and can encourage them and inspire them that they can absolutely obtain the same. So thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for those kind words. And it's really, I can't take credit myself for it because there's such a team, a family network, family, my biological family, and a family of friends, and my fraternity brothers from Kappa Alpha Psi. I went to Eastern Michigan University, which and really learned a lot about myself and met some really good people over the years. And some of them happen to be my fraternity brothers, like Brother Carlton, who was very much a leader, and Lawrence Younger, some guys that really made a difference in my life from a fraternity perspective. But then always having the family and my brother, as we both had similar plans to be businessmen. We didn't know at that time that we were going to, become McDonald's entrepreneurs, but we knew it was going to be something. And as we got into the McDonald's life, I want to keep it short, but it takes a lot of money to get in, and it took us every little penny to the extent where we had to. My brother literally got the last money to go into the register from our grandmother, and she was 84 years old, and she said, "All you have to do is pay me back, and that's all. It doesn't matter when." And
wow.
I remember those words because I never knew that she just had, I needed $15,000 to put in the registers. We'd spent so much money, and that $15,000 from my grandmother, who worked and became a nurse and also did hair. That $15,000 turned into, we've done probably about $400 million in business since 1989. But now I'm looking forward to another venture that my wife had the vision along with myself. But it started because we were trying to help my mom. My mom was in excruciating pain and for 18 months was shut in the house. My mom is a person that she is definitely going to Bible study. She's going to church. She is very, very engaged. And for 18 months, my mom just couldn't do it.
Wow.
We took her to doctors. We took her to specialists. We went to Vanderbilt. We did all the big time circuit. And she had been diagnosed with a disease called Paget's disease. It's a disease that creates extreme growth in your bones. My mom is 85 years old. At the time, she's probably around, she's had 15 years now she's been diagnosed, but they could never do anything other than give her opiates, painkillers, just all things that never really helped. It didn't affect her pain, but it also made her very tired and very sleepy, and it affected her lifestyle. And we meet with my mom. We have dinner with her every Sunday. And my brother and I said, well, we have to do something to get mother free. I mean, she's not even going out. She's like a captured person here in this house now. It's a beautiful home,
yes,
but she's a very active, mobile woman. And so we began the path to discover alternative medicines and landed on CBD about 3 years ago and started that process, and eventually found the strain that gave her some relief, a little relief. And I knew then that we had to go on this mission, and I hired farmers. We got some farmers that actually volunteered their time, and we just developed a community that got together with us and said, a group of African American farmers, which is really cool. What I like, I'm putting African American farmers to work growing hemp. You know, they're growing hemp. It comes from the cannabis plant. But cannabis was demonized years ago when they had a campaign to demonize cannabis, and hemp is a byproduct of that. The cannabis plant has two seeds. You have a male seed, which produces marijuana and gets you high. You have a female seed, which produces hemp, which does not get you high. But it has all of the medicinal benefits from that cannabis plant, which are many. And my mom began to get healing. Her head was feeling better because her pain, her skull is enlarging. So if you can picture being 85 with an enlarging skull, there's not much room there. So she told me it feels like, Darrell, it feels like someone's taking my head and dragging it across the concrete. And that's when he said, I'm going to build this company and you're going to be free again. And I said, you know what? That's the name of this company. When we get it going, it's going to be called Be Free. Because I want people to not only be free of pain like my mother is, where she's had a 10 out of 10 pain level every day. Thank be to God right now, every day she's probably about a 3, sometimes a 2, but mostly she can get back out. She's back in the church. She goes shopping now, back to Sam's and gets her things. She goes to her Bible studies. And to me, that's the ultimate success.
That is
I wanted
amazing.
to introduce this to the world.
Yes,
I
sir.
wanted to introduce this to the world.
Wow. That's just amazing. If you are just tuning in, you're listening to Blue Flame Moments radio show with Clarita Hatton Jackson, the Tune Doctor, and you've been hearing amazing things from our guest, Darrell Byrd. I want you, Darrell, to do me a favor and share contact information, how people can reach you, reach the company. That would be amazing so that they can change their life or their family members' lives.
Okay, currently you can go to our website. This website is dynamic, it's informative, and you can go there, and any question that you ever had about CBD, because we spent a lot of time on it, you go to D, just a B, F-R-E-E, Be Free CBD. So that's B, just a B, F-R-E-E, CBD. That's Be Free CBD. So you can call me at 901-401-3147, or go to our website. It's B, just a B, Free CBD. We take care of you mentally, physically, and spiritually. I love it.
Thank you so much. Wow. I just want you all to really, I know I might get a little kickback and a little bit of fussing going on. This is a gospel radio show, and why would you share that? Because people, again, he said, people have demonized what God has given us in the earth. The Bible says in Genesis that he's given us every herb. He's given us every herb, and he's given us dominion over it because he created it to be able to heal us, to change us, to take care of us. It's us who have allowed man to demonize God's creation and his provision for us. So I want you to think it through before you call it the devil, before you shut us down, before you say, I can't be a part of this. Oh, I might get a few stations who want to drop the show. It's okay, because it's changing lives, and I'm willing to take that risk because I know that it's going to help somebody. All right. I love you so much. Thank you, Darrell, for hanging out with me. It's been an amazing time.
Thank you. It's been amazing. And I am so grateful to you, and I am a believer, 100% believer. So this is a little about business, but what it's really about is my heart, my soul, and my level of faith. And I want to give of myself to help my people. And if you look in the good book, I don't think you're going to see anything about prescriptions in the good book. You won't see anything about prescriptions in the good book, but you will see things about herbs in the good book. So it's really a difficult thing as well.
Yes, sir, it is.
I love you all. Thank you.
Yes, sir. Up next is some music I'm sure you'll enjoy. Everybody is loving it, and I'm sure you're going to love it. At the request of our guest, here's Kanye West on God. Thanks again, Darrell.
How you get so much favor on your side? Accept him as your Lord and Savior, I replied. That your love that neighbor, not divide. I'm a ride, that's on God. His light shine the brightest in the dark. Single mothers know they got my heart. And all my brothers locked up on the yard. You can still be anything you wanna be. Went from 1 and 4 to 1 and 3. 13th Amendment gotta end it, that's on me. He the new commander and the chief. That's on Keith, that's on Cobb. horses in the garage. When the Forbes cover was just a mirage. They had me changing statues, that's on pride. Oh my God, Buster, that's on trial. When I thought the book of Job was a job, the devil had my soul, I can't lie. Life gon' have some lows and some highs. Before the Grammys ever gave a nod, I wore my heart on my sleeve, I couldn't hide. In 03, they told me not to drive. I bleach my hair for every time
I'll be right back with more music after this commercial break.
To emediagc.com. Get your message instantly to thousands via email, cell phones, and social networking sites with Electronic Media Gulf Coast. emediagc.com is one of the most powerful marketing tools available to businesses of all types and all sizes. You can achieve outstanding results with emediagc.com while investing only a small amount of time and an even smaller amount of money. emediagc.com.
I want to remind you that failure is not the end of your story. So here's the top pick of the week, Never Be Defeated by Rich Tolbert Jr.
We shall never be defeated. And because God is the greatest power, we shall never be defeated. Come on, say it with me. And because God is the greatest power, we shall never be defeated. One more time. And because God is the greatest power, we shall never be defeated. Can I sing it to you how he gave it to me? I want to sing it to you how the Lord gave this to me. I shall rise, I shall be, I shall go in victory. No weapon formed against me will ever overtake me. I shall rise, I shall be, I shall go in victory. No weapon formed against me will ever overtake me. And because God is the greatest power, we shall never be defeated. And because God is the greatest power, we shall never be defeated. Shall never be defeated. We shall never be defeated. My God. Come on, help me sing. Say, I shall rise. Come on, sing. I shall be. I shall be. I shall go. I shall go. In victory.
You just might run on this one. Here's Anthony Brown and Group Therapy for Blessings on Blessings.
Now drill. It's time for you to speak what you want to see. And if you with it, then repeat after me. Come on. Every time I turn around, blessings, 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 blessings. Every time I turn around, blessings on blessings, blessings on blessings. Every time I turn around, blessings, 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 blessings. Yeah, every time I turn around. Every time I turn around, there will be blessings on blessings. blessings. Yeah.
Turn around.
There will be blessings on blessings. Favor. I hear y'all singing in my hands. I got. You got everything you need, baby.
Goodness and mercy.
It's following me. Yeah. Every single.
It's important for me to keep you updated on the news, so here it is.
Hi, Clarita Hatton Jackson. It's now time for Gospel News with Bobby Parker. Always letting you know the happenings inside the gospel world of today. And it's time for the 62nd Annual Grammy Awards. That's right, it's going to be held at the Staples Center in Los Angeles, California. It'll air on CBS January 26th at 8 p.m. Don't miss the Grammys. Alicia Keys will host for the second year in a row. And congratulations to all of the gospel artists nominated for a Grammy Award this year. The Best Gospel Performance Song nominees for Kirk Franklin, It's Love Theory. Gloria Gaynor featuring Yolanda Adams, Talking About Jesus. Travis Green featuring Jacqueline Carr, See the Light. Corinne Hawthorne featuring Natalie Grant and Speak the Name. And Tasha Cobbs Leonard with This Is a Move. And the Best Gospel Album categories, Long Live Love from Kirk Franklin, Goshen from Donald Lawrence and the Tri-City Singers, Tunnel Vision with Gene Moore, Settle Here, William Murphy, and Something's Happening, a Christmas album by CeCe Winans. Don't miss the Grammy Awards this weekend. That's it for Gospel News, and you can always hit me up on social media. On Facebook, just go to facebook.com/Bobby Parker 2, and follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Bobby Parker 720, and check out my radio show on the BobbyParkerRadioShow.com. And now back to my sis, Clarita Hatton Jackson, on the Blue Flame Moments Radio Show.
Thank you, Bobby, for keeping us updated on the gospel news. Well, my loves, it's that time again. This show was brought to you by our sponsors, Next Dimension University, who is stumping out biblical illiteracy globally, and the Toon Doctor Academy, where creatives can be empowered online 24/7. This is your Destiny Coach, Clarita Hatton Jackson, reminding you that there's greatness on the inside of you. I'm here to help you take your flame from red to blue, because that's what God has chosen me to do. Don't you ever forget it. You have the ability to shine bright and win.